So, David Icke was mocked on the Today Show. Oh, I'll never shed a tear. Oh, no. And see, here's the thing. A lot of people are responding like, oh, those poor fucking journalists, they suck. It's like, oh, they made a joke out of him. No, David Icke makes a joke out of himself with his theories and comments that he's made in the past. Comments like, oh, I don't know, the fact that he said that he was the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. Yeah, that makes people question your mentality. Also kind of sounds egotistical in some ways, when you really think about it. But yes, they mocked him on the Today Show. And to be honest, I've been thinking about talking about David Icke for a little while. I have looked into some of his theories and some of his concepts and stuff he's said in the past. And let's just say, when it comes to conspiracy theories, when it comes to the way he presents conspiracy theories, it's like learning conspiracy theory 101. What do I mean by conspiracy theory 101? Look at his, let's just look at his concept of aliens live among us, or they're the higher echelon of society, be it celebrities, royalty, political figures, government, so on and so forth. A lot of where he got that information, that type of theory from, is he looked at ancient cultures. He looked at their spirituality. He looked at the ancient drawings and stuff along those lines, as well as apparently talking to government officials. None were actually cited, for obvious reasons, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, and he said that their stories were similar. That the ones in the higher echelon, celebrities and so on and so forth, are not human, but not as we know them. And apparently he was talking to spiritual leaders of ancient tribes and stuff like that, or just different tribes from different cultures. And apparently, through their historical stories, they had similar things. They were human, but not as we know them. So, looking at that type of information, cobbling that together, the ancient culture and the government officials, taking drawings from different cultures, from all over the world, because he's been studying this for like 26 years, and cobbling that information together, and stories from all these ancient cultures, and cobbling all those together into this concept of a theory that aliens are among us. That, the cobbling of stories, taking bits here, a bit there, and drafting it in such a way that not only does it make sense because it coincides with this, and this, but also it's just taking bits of information from all over the place to come up with a theory that supports his whatever he's trying to push or whatever he's trying to say. That, the whole concept of taking information from here, there, and everywhere to, let's be honest, strong arm a theory out of this information to come up with a theory. That, right there, taking information, putting it together to come up with a theory, is exactly how conspiracy theories are put together. That is conspiracy theory 101. Then there's the theory that he has on the moon being nothing more than a giant space station. The moon's hollowed out, apparently, and it's a giant space station. A lot of that comes from one bit of research that Soviet scientists did, suggesting that it doesn't make sense for a object the size of the moon to orbit Earth. And also it comes from ancient tribes that say that the moon was brought here. We didn't have a moon, apparently, at first. It was brought here by another being, or I guess in the way he's suggesting, it's a space station. It just came here. But anyway, again, taking scientific, what the fuck is scientific? Science type fact that I haven't really looked enough into the Soviets' research to say if it's plausible or not, or even if this is a true fucking scientific thing that actually came out that the Soviets did about it doesn't make sense and blah, 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 blah. But taking that information, taking the ancient societies from all over the world that says something similar, and probably not all of them have said that, but taking them together, again, taking information from two different areas, things that may some way collaborate together to make up the theory. It's what he does. It's what conspiracy theorists do. Now, I'm not saying that all conspiracy theorists are wrong. I'm not saying that some conspiracy theories that have come up haven't actually happened. Some of them have. Usually, they don't follow this borderline, though. They don't usually follow this, take information from here, 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 and here, that doesn't realistically make any sense or collaborate each other, but it's going to force a way to make it collaborate and make it twine and actually make sense, and then dish it out to the public into a theory. Usually they're actually a little bit more logical. But when it comes to the conspiracy theories, they're absolutely 100% wrong. Especially when you have a logical fucking mind. Sorry if you're a conspiracy theorist out there, but you gotta have a fucking logical mind. Please, come back to the real fucking world. It follows a pattern. Let's take information from here. Let's take information from there. Let's take information from there. It doesn't really jive, but let's try and make a way for it to jive in such a way that we can get a theory out. And that's exactly how it's done. And let's be honest. If David Icke was exposing the truth about the world, about aliens, about who controls society, wouldn't it just be easier just to snuff him out? Just like that. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting that Today had him on, and he's doing a tour here in Australia. And, yeah, they actually kind of made fun of him and mocked his... I wouldn't even really say it was really made fun. They just asked questions so the general viewer would, have an idea on what he's suggesting, so maybe get more people to go into his little seminar, which he charges like $100 per ticket. Yeah. But anyway, I don't think they needed to make a joke out of him. David Icke does that well enough on his own. Kuiper's out.